Good evening, all, and hi, welcome back to our series where we discuss how to stay fit during the lockdown period. So, hello everyone, and the people are gathering around. Okay, and how is it with everyone? Hope everyone is safe, sound, and yes, following the norms of social distancing, right? Am I audible? I just need to understand if I'm audible or not. Hi, hello, hi. Okay, so how's everyone doing? Hello, this is the way for you. Hi. Okay, so am I audible? Yes. Okay. All right. So let's start with the today's thing. So this is for our new viewers who have joined us today. Hi, I'm Dr. Nisha from Insta Sculpt Clinics, and yes, we gather around every day at this time just to discuss few simple tips for you all to stay fit during the lockdown period. So I hope everyone is following up all the tips which I have been following, and we have been getting an amazing response to the things how it has been going along till now. And today's thing is also something very interesting, and yes, we have picked up this thing with the messages which we have received. And yes, hello, hi. Okay, so this is for our new viewers. Again, I'm Dr. Nisha Karkala from Insta Clinics, and we meet here to discuss simple, effective tips to stay fit, to lose weight, to get a good glow on your skin, to get a good hair and kinds of thing during the lockdown period. So, this is just for the new viewers. What we do during this period is we discuss some few simple tips, and yes, I tell you to follow this thing for another 24 hours. And after 24 hours, once you have followed this thing, in our next video you just have to message us, yes, you have followed this thing, and we help you out with a star with that comment. You can inbox us the same, and once you complete 10 stars, or you get more than 10 stars, you can avail a free face session with us when the lockdown is over. Okay, this is for all new viewers. Hello, hi, this is for my shade groups. Hello, hi Sheetal, hi Priyanka. Okay, all right. So I hope everyone is doing good, and yes, been following whatever tips I have been giving along in all the previous videos. Okay, so today we are going to deal with a very specific and very unique thing which is most prominent in females. We have been getting a lot of queries and questions regarding this issue. So we are going to discuss this out today, and I'll help you out how you can, with the time with us available during this lockdown period, how you can utilize this time and get and come out of this situation in a proper way. Okay, and okay, hello, hi. So let's get started with this thing. And so you know what, the lockdown has definitely affected and impacted all the lives. Okay, by now I think everyone knows COVID-19 is a severe respiratory disorders, and it's characterized by fever, difficulty in breathing, cough. With these are the major symptoms, and yes, it's associated with rest and all symptoms also. So you know, everyone, all the people, everyone is more have become all the more anxious, conscious, nervous, irritable, and all this thing, in the later part is going to harm your body, right? So no going out, no activity, binging on Netflix movies, and snacking all the time. All these unhealthy habits is not only affecting your current weight goals, but yes, in the longer run it's going to affect your health goals too. So today we are here to discuss something related to the hormonal disorder which every females, as in not every, 1 in 10 females suffers from. Probably amongst all the females who are watching us today might not even know that probably they are suffering from this. This syndrome is PCOS, which is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. So this is a very common syndrome, and yes, it is very difficult one also to deal around with. So today we are going to take a few instances and few minutes of yours just to discuss how this thing happens and what can be done to come out of this lockdown in a very healthy way during this PCOS period. So what is PCOS? Let me just go in brief what exactly this PCOS is and how you people suffer along with that thing. Now as I mentioned, PCOS is a very common disorder, but yes, it's a difficult one. Okay, now what happens is whenever as per statistic, 20 to 30% of females in the age group of 15 to 45 years do have this PCOS. Probably they might not even know this, but yes, the statistic are these. So as I have mentioned, 1 in 10 females do suffer from this thing. Now, what is PCOS? PCOS is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and yes, it is associated with weight gain, and that's the reason we are discussing out today how you can utilize the time available in the lockdown period to come around and lose the weight and be healthy during this period. Okay, so PCOS is a cyst. Okay, small fluid filled cavities growing in the ovaries. Okay, now this small fluid filled sac is something which hampers the hormones inside your ovaries. Now what happens is polycystic ovarian. Poly itself means many, so it is many small fluid filled sac in your ovaries, and this is characterized by three things majorly. First is hormonal imbalance. Okay, hormonal imbalance is mainly a high level of main hormone, which is androgen, because of which you come around with the symptoms of irregular periods, pigmentation on your skin, pigmentation on your skin, acne, you get around hair loss, you have unwanted body hair growth, you come around with mood swings, irritability, and yes, the major one is weight gain. Okay, weight gain is a major thing which you suffer during the PCOS syndrome. Probably many of you might be going around with weight gain thing, but you have never thought this can be the symptom, this can be a problem because of which you're putting on weight. So my request would be, definitely get yourself checked if you do have this problem, because weight gain is a major thing which happens in the PCOS thing, right? So today we are going to deal with PCOS, how you can overcome this thing, and how you can go along with a normal routine life dealing with the weight loss thing with these few effective tips. Okay, now as I was mentioning you out around, now this one is hormonal imbalance. The second thing which characterizes it is insulin resistance. Now insulin resistance is a main problem because of which you put on weight, and trust me, even if you lose 5 to 10% of your body weight, you can come around and you can definitely have a normal insulin level in your body too, right? Third is inflammation. Okay, inflammation, during this problem you definitely have high level of inflammation in your body. So these are the three things which characterizes PCOS. Okay, so this is just a brief info I give you around of PCOS. Now let's get into the simple effective tips which you will be able to follow, because I'm just going to mention some of the dietary and the lifestyle rectification, and yes, it is in respect to the lockdown, which is simple available food at your place. Okay, you cannot go out, you cannot do the major thing which you would have normally done if there is no lockdown. So I'll just be dealing along with the simple effective tips which you can try it along now, and yes, you can come around with this problem in a very healthy way. Okay, so let's get started with the simple effective tips now, right? Let's start with the first part, which is morning. Okay, start your morning with 1 glass of warm water with cinnamon powder or methi seeds powder. Now what will happen with this is, it will flush out all the toxins you have in your body in the morning itself. Okay, now coming to the breakfast part, start your breakfast with a very heavy protein diet. Heavy as in normal high protein diet. Now what are the options for this? You can have along eggs, you can have along oats, you can have along veggies filled with upma, dalia, you can have along quinoa. So these are the very rich protein food items which you can keep it for the breakfast period. Right? Second is cut down refined carbs. I have been dealing all these things in my previous videos too. So getting into the depth of this, yes, you can definitely check it around with my previous video. I have already mentioned these things, but yes, giving you in a brief info, cut down refined carbs. Now what are these refined carbs? Refined carbs are nothing but the carbs which have been ripped off all the nutrients and the fibers. Okay, now what are these refined carbs? These are white sugar, bread, pastries, your pastas, your processed food, pizzas again. So these are the things which are called as refined carbs. So cut down these things. Okay, and what you can do is you can replace this with a complex carbs. Now complex carbs are brown rice, oats, sweet potato. So these are the things which will help you out to lose weight in the faster rate, right? So cut down refined carbs, substitute it with the complex carbs, right? And yes, avoid sugar. Sugar is a main culprit in your body which helps you to put on weight, right? Now it's not like something, 1 teaspoon of sugar is just 16 calories, right? But when you end up eating sugar in the form of sauces, jams, butters, sorry, not butter, your breads and everything, your sugar intake increases in your body, and that is where you end up putting on weight, right? So that's the reason, cut down sugar. If you're looking around for a weight loss, and if you're specifically looking around for the belly weight loss, you do have to see that you're cutting down sugar in this part, right? The third thing is, you'll have to take green tea. Green tea are a very rich product which is laden with good antioxidants, right? Now these antioxidants definitely help you out with the fat cutting metabolism. It increases your fat cutting metabolism, and yes, it will definitely help you out with the weight loss thing also. So my recommendation would be, do have at least 2 glasses or 2 cups of green tea. 2 nahi to at least try having 1 cup of green tea, right? So green tea is my third tip of the day. Fourth is smaller plate. Okay, this is very simple, smaller plate, and the logic is also very simple. Smaller the plate, less amount of food it will hold. Less amount of food it will hold, of course, less calories it will go into your body. So in a way, go for smaller plate whenever you are having your meals, and yes, your calorie intake would also be less, right? Fifth is portion control. Now what is portion control? Portion control is where you should understand how much food your body needs to be sufficiently filled and not overly filled. Okay, so there are things like, I'll have healthy food, I'll substitute this with this, I'll substitute this with this, and what happens is, at the end, when you happen to have a healthy food, you make it bland. You end up eating a bland food, and that is where your craving increases, and that is where you end up binging and gorging lot of food even after you're having a healthy diet. So my advice would be, whenever you're having something healthy, make it more spicy, make it more tastier. You can add herbs, you can add your olive oils in that to make it more interesting. Make it more tastier. Whenever your taste buds are satisfied, your brain is satisfied. So that is where your half work is done for the weight loss. So whenever you have healthy food, try making it more tastier. There's no problem if you are having herbs or some spices to make it more tastier. There is no harm in putting all these things. So always make it a point that you're having a good tasty food, tasty healthy food. Okay, so these are the simple tips which you can inculcate in your routine, so that the weight loss happens at a very faster rate for you. The next thing would be, the last tip of the day would be exercises, which is very common. Compulsory 30 to 40 minutes of exercises, minimum 5 days in a week, right? So this has to be followed, because all these things together is going to give you a good weight loss during the PCOS. Because PCOS is something which is hormonal imbalance. When this hormonal imbalance and the activity and diet go together, that is where your body starts responding, and that is where you get a good weight loss in that, right? And yes, weight loss, PCOS is not something which you do it now and then you leave it around, and then you feel bored or something and then you forget it. If you do this, yes, the weight loss would be a very difficult thing to go along. But today's tip which I am sharing along is just for a 24 hours thing. Try it for 24 hours, see how good you feel along, and yes, do keep us posted in our next video how you liked it and how did you go along with these tips then, right? And apart from all these 6 steps which I have mentioned, the major one remains common. 6 to 8 hours of sleep compulsory, deep sleep of 6 to 8 hours. 8 to 10 glasses of water compulsory. Stay hydrated, always stay hydrated. Mindful eating is again one more thing. And yes, there are a lot of workout plans which is normally now available in the online sites. You can check it around. There are a lot of online videos where you come to know of a lot of exercises also. Try doing it, work out a good routine plan for you with the exercises thing, and yes, that will definitely benefit you in the same. right? So these are the tips for the day what we have mentioned for the PCOS thing. Don't worry, PCOS is something, yes, it can be regulated with your medicines and these things also, but these are the itsy bitsy tips which you can try it out during the lockdown period, and yes, come around in a very healthy way around with a good weight loss also. So do try these things. And yes, also not to forget, Sculpt also deals with all the chronic issues, starting from BP, diabetes and rest and all things, and PCOS is among one among them. So weight loss issues related to the PCOS is what we deal along in Sculpt clinic, and this happens with the help of all non-surgical treatments. We have laser lipolysis, which actually take care of all the cellulite which normally accumulates in the PCOS in the belly region, because it's a male hormone thing kinds, and abdomen is a major area affected with the PCOS. So with laser lipolysis, what we do is we take out all the superficial fat which gets accumulated in belly, hips or thighs, and yes, you get a very good, steady and long lasting effect with this non-surgical treatment. So these treatments, yes, when the when the lockdown is over, and when you all are free to go out or kinds, you can definitely avail this treatment and initiate all the treatments in our clinic. Till then, yes, these tips will definitely be helpful to you. Whoever has seen the videos will definitely be benefited with these tips, and whoever plans to watch it later on, definitely do a replay of this video, check it around all the tips, and yes, do keep us posting how you liked it. And yes, do keep us posting with all the health related issues you would want us to deal around, and you would want some tips on the same basis. So accordingly, whenever we are coming around with the next video, we will definitely help you out with the solution for the same. So do keep us watching, and yes, you can also avail a free consultation for the weight loss, skin or hair related issues. We have our website address, we have our numbers also mentioned in the same, so you can definitely call us, let us know, and we'll definitely help you out with the same, right? Till then, yes, PCOS related all effective dietary and lifestyle management I have mentioned in this video. You can definitely replay it, check it around, and do follow it for next 24 hours. Keep us posted in our next live video how you liked it, and yes, do avail a star on the same, right? Till then, keep us watching. Bye bye, and thank you for watching today's video too.